New computer. Are we live? Let's see. Are we live? It's Fiona in the background there. Oh, we have to do the music. It's the start of the show. Here, hold on a minute. Let me make sure we're live first. And I'm actually audible this time. That's cool. This is my new laptop. Welcome to the stream, everyone. If this is your first time, Sunkworks. We always start with some music. See if we can get a little copyright strike on the record. No, we don't want a copyright strike. We're going to do whatever we can to avoid one. Except for not playing copyrighted music. That's just beyond our capability. What kind of music do we want, huh? We already played Big Chungus. At least one version of Big Chungus. I think we played all of these, except for this one. That's what we're going to play. Vico Mu. Awesome. Welcome to Sunkworks. Oh, warning, heads up, you've got a copyright strike. Yeah, okay, well, let's see. Wait a minute, that's not what this says. Right. Looks like we're gonna have to do age verification sometime. Well, that's okay, we're old enough. Oh, what is this now? You need to change your streaming settings. Pretty sure that's what it says. We've detected video in your holy moly, I can't even see what's going on here. Your stream may be terminated if you don't shape up. Here we go. Not supported resolution. Oh no. Alright. We're going to try again with the right resolution. See if it will work. I'll be right back. Alright. We're still streaming? Looks that way. It says warning still. What's that? I don't know. I don't think it matters. Okay, I wanted to show you all what I've been doing. Oh. Here come the doggies. So I built a thing for the AI, built a thing anyway. The doggies are about to go on a walk, and that's exactly what this is about. Figure out what's the best time to take a walk. Is it possible to go on a walk right now? And have we already been reminded to go on a walk today? So we built a production ready system for that, believe it or not. It's a module called Boris Fiona Walker. We're in the Walker prod branch now. We're trying to production operationalize the Boris Fiona Walk module. I think I might just go on this walk, guys. I think that's what I'm probably gonna do. But y'all should check this out. It's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna deploy it on EKS at some point. Might not use EKS Auto, but I want to use the cube, spin cube. Here we go. We're gonna have a contest. First person who can tell me my account number. I'm doing my best to avoid showing you my AWS account number. I want to show everything about my infrastructure, but I think that's a sensitive bit, and so it's actually very hard for me to show all that because I can't take you to the AWS console without accidentally showing you my account number almost instantly. So I don't know if we can actually do all that, but I'll show you all the source code at least, and I'll do my best to explain the architecture of the operational system behind it. But the short version is this is all based on free or nearly free infrastructure. We have access to free EC2 instances for, I think, 5 hours a day is the budget amount. If you're using T4G, T6G, what is it? Oh, I can't really show you. I'm not sure how to show you without. Well, no, I can SSH into it. That'll work. You can get my IPv6 address that way. That's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so there's progress on the Boris Fiona module. Here, you should check this out. Check this branch out, man. It's pretty cool. All right, we're going to see if we can do this without revealing the AWS account number. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I don't remember where I put it now. This is new laptop, so I've only moved over the files that I really think I need. Didn't just recreate my old environment. So everything is not where I expect it to be. And I might not have the AWS accounts module yet. So obnoxious. Whose idea was it to put files that no one can read in your home directory? So that every time you grep through all the files in your home directory, you get a bunch of errors. Whose idea was that? All right, so I guess we're going to have to clone it. Trying to decide where does this go. Is this the Mecris AWS account? Oh, it definitely goes in here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it is the Erminac. Okay. Erminac AWS accounts. Yeah, so you can't really serve a website for 5 hours a day. That's not going to work. Well, I mean, it could work. I guess if the point of the website isn't to be a website, that's fine. We are trying to figure out what is the IPv6 address because there's no DNS for this, and it's a different host every day because we don't just shut down the instance, we delete it when we're not using it, so that's important. So it's an auto scaling group with a schedule. That's how that works. We don't have any Lambda or anything that charges to do that. It's just a schedule on an ASG. That's free. And our infrastructure is basically free. And I've come to understand that we can probably get that information out of the infrastructure itself with like a MCP server, like Cost Explorer MCP server. I would love to show you how that works, but I don't have that here on this laptop. Not yet. Okay, so we want to run this update SSH access, which is what it's going to do. It's going to allow access from whatever our IP address is only to the SSH. So in case our IP address is changed, I don't know if our IP address is changed, and it's also going to look up the IP address of the remote machine for us, so we can SSH to it, I think. But first we have to get our MFA session, which I believe I do like this. And I run AWS MFA, and I have to have a variable set. It's going to tell me what I need to have set. Okay. What is my... It's not SB Bootstrap that I want. Hmm. Nope, that machine is powered down right now. Well, I'm going to turn the screen off for a second while I look up the profile, because I don't want to show you. Because I said there would be a prize. There's going to be a prize for whoever figures out. Tell me in the comments what you think should be the prize for whoever figures out my account number. I think it's something that's sensitive enough that I shouldn't reveal it to you, but it's not so sensitive that when you inevitably find out what it is and tell me it, don't tell me in a public place, please, or I'll have to find a way to delete your comment, the moderation. But tell me in the comments what you think the prize should be, because hopefully access to the account itself isn't the prize. Okay, so I actually don't have an AWS config, so there's nothing for me to worry about right now. I was gonna try to read this file, but I don't have it, and I'm not sure I can actually do this part without the account number. Uh, hmm. Well, it is running. I suppose I could log in to the account off screen. I don't really want to do that on stream. Anyway, suffice it to say that we have this configuration here, which includes a VPC, some admin credentials that we can use to two-factor, as well as a policy requiring that we use MFA. So this is one of your typical good AWS baseline policies. And then we've got an explicit grant for some Cost Explorer permissions. But we're a root user, so we should have that already, assuming that we've done MFA. If we haven't, then all we can do is MFA, or set up MFA. Hmm. Okay. So I want to show you what I've been doing. Yeah, so what I found out is that I actually have access to, where did it go? Here we go. Copilot Business through the CNCF. Thank you, CNCF. It's been paying for this. So, the sponsor of today's episode, I suppose, is GitHub Copilot Business and CNCF, who has helped me build, well, not this in particular, but the new module in Macros. So let's take a look at that. All right, so we are using a .env, and the short version is this is supposed to be one of the autonomous tools that either an MCP server or an LLM or a cron could call, and it should be able to tell me if it's time to go for a walk. I wanted to see if I got a reaction out of Boris when I said walk. There he is. He heard me the second time. Do you want to go for a... I think it's time to go for a walk. But just so you know, we have this complicated system here to tell us when it is in fact time to go for a walk. When really all we need to do is ask Boris, and Boris knows. But this is really neat. I would like to show this for a minute before we go, at least. Oh. Tree. Oh, Rust. I'm not used to this. So there are all my dependencies, I guess. And a build tree. And a release directory. And we built a WASM. And where's the code, man? Holy hell, what a mess it is in here. I'm not used to compiled languages at all. Smart cow? I think I saw a smart cow in there. Oh, so we can't actually use tree effectively because they're so... I guess we could pipe tree to less. Still need to give tree an argument here, right? Like that. Okay. All right, so we've got a source directory. I suppose I could remove target. That might be... Let's take a look at the source. What are we doing here? We've got an HTTP handler. So we've got that page we showed, and we've also got a health check. So you're supposed to call the health check with a post, I guess? And authenticate? And you can be rate limited? Huh. And what does the response look like? Like this, I suppose? Ah, and we set up one of those lovely spin watch things, so we could make edits to the source and save them, and then see the compiler spin up immediately, and as soon as the target's ready, would be hot reloaded. Then we've got some HTML embedded in code. That's nice. You see how much this hurts my heart as a Rubyist? Okay. Um, so I don't know if this is your typical REST application or this is just the garbage that the AI shat out, but It does, in fact, work for some definition of work. It's a running Rust application we can use to test our framework. Does it actually call all these functions? I really even don't know. It looks like it's got tests. Maybe it does do all that stuff. Cool. I didn't write any of this. I asked Copilot to do it. I told it it was an expert in spin, and I gave it access to docs. I gave it every time it needed something like a doc about how to use variables, for example. But I haven't seen it send me an actual text message yet. You know what? I haven't done that because I haven't run this during a time when it wasn't raining. So we always assumed it wouldn't work. But I don't see the weather code in here. I don't think it's actually hooked up to the weather module, if there is a weather module indeed. It was part of the spec. It was to look up weather API data, and so that it wouldn't send me a text message and say, hey, why don't you take Boris for a walk? Well, indeed, it was raining outside, and it would be ludicrous to go for a walk. But it's actually a beautiful morning, although it's a bit cold. I think we are going to go for that walk now. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this. Well, I did want to show you what I've been doing, though. How does this actually work? So, well, I'm not ready to show you this yet. This is the Canico builder. I used an LLM also to build that. This is Mecris code. I think we are ready to look at this one. So one of these thingers is connected to the wrong. I'm willing to bet it's this one actually. It's connected to the wrong. Um, execute systematic retirement of obsolete documents. I want to say that somehow an issue got written to the Mecris repo or got written to the Canico Builder repo that was not intended to go there, it seemed, from the content. Or there was some leak between Canico Builder and Mecris, and I'm willing to chalk it up to I was talking about something from column A on the column B side rather than there was any mistake on the part of the AI, I think. I probably am at fault here. But so I've given it access to GitHub via MCP server. Can you please summarize the top 5 open issues now? Just want to see that it's actually connected to the right repo. Yeah, it is. Okay. And what I found was that I got much better results if I started a new code instance in that subdirectory rather than trying to use the monorepo, because um, it has to constantly be told to go into the subdirectory. There is a make file in that directory with lots of shortcut commands. So let's try that real quick here. We're actually just going to go into the Boris Fiona Walker module here and open another code session. And actually, we're just going to run a terminal. We've got make help. So the LLM also wrote this make file to use colors. But it looks like it's running now. Oh, what's this? Could not compile. Oh no. You guys, Boris really wants to go for that walk. I'm not going to deny him any longer. Hope you all have a wonderful day. How do I shut down OBS now? See you later.